One of my favorite things to see is just the joy on their faces, when they come to things. I mean, you can really see that they're enjoying this. And it just touches my heart, to see that.
Welcome back to TBC 10 Minute Tuesday, a podcast of Thelma Baptist Church. I'm your host, BJ Parson, missions and student pastor here at TBC. Our goal in this weekly podcast is to engage, inform, and inspire. Today, I have two of my favorite people with me, and they work with a group that consists of some of my favorite people here at the church. And they are Mr. Greg and Miss Valerie Hawk. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thank you. Good to be here.
Well, I'm excited to be able to have you guys in here. And that group that I was referring to is our senior adults here at TBC. And I want to start off the podcast by asking, and just so everyone else listening can kind of know, how long have you guys been leading our senior adults?
It's been 3 years this summer. We were very fortunate that we were able to, work this into our lives and be able to come and serve. And it just sort of fell in my lap to be the leader, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. So
that is great. Now, when did you really feel the calling, and how did it come about?
Well, I served on the senior committee to start with. And we had a different leader. Mr. Bill Lee was our leader at that time. And I just enjoyed serving on that committee so much. And then he was retiring, and we needed a new leader. And I love to do this sort of thing. I love to plan things for us to do and go places. And senior adults are just sort of special to my heart. So I accepted this duty, and we've been with it for 3 years. And Greg is my sidekick. I couldn't do it without him.
Now, you sit there quietly.
That's normally what I do, BJ. I just, when she speaks, I go in motion.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy it too, though. I feel called. We both our parents, we worked with them when they were getting old, and we both have kind of hearts for older people, and we just learned how much it is to take care of them, because sometimes, even if the Lord tarries and we keep living, we're all gonna get old, and it's just something we like doing, and we just enjoy being around them. We enjoy working with them. We just feel that's what the Lord wants us to be doing, and we just feel really called to this ministry.
That's right.
And you never work. I've always been told that you never work a day in your life if you do what you love.
That's right.
If you're doing what you love, you never work a day in your life.
It's fun. We have some great times together. We do lots of good things. Valerie's a great planner, and I'm just here for the ride, and I enjoy helping her, and it's just a good thing for us to do together.
That's right. We enjoy it. It's not a job. It's just fun. It's just fun. There's so much wisdom in this group of people. And like Greg said, sometimes they've lost their spouse, or they don't have many family members left. And they just need a little extra attention, and that's what we're here for.
And you guys do an amazing job. There's always something going on. So anybody who's sitting out there who's thinking, well, I'm a senior adult, but that's just a group of, you use the term old people. We always say experienced individuals, those who have more experience at life than we do, because I'm not brave enough to use the term old people.
Well, that's because you're not old.
Yes, we're in that category, so, older.
We're not the oldest ones, but we're old.
See, I don't see you guys that way. Well, but I get to hang out with you in your home. You've invited me in, and we've had the coffee mornings where I already had coffee before I got there, and then you're feeding me coffee like, oh, you finished? Okay, and there's more coffee coming. And so I've learned that if I'm coming over to the Hawks, I do not drink coffee before I get there. Yeah. So, and this is kind of both of you, because I know it could be the same answer, but most likely not. What is your favorite thing about working with our senior adults?
I love the fellowship together. I love to hear their stories, like what's happening in their life right now, something that they just, a lot of times they don't have anybody at home to talk to, or sometimes family members don't want to listen as much as somebody new. And I just enjoy the fellowship part of it, the developing the relationships. I mean, these are my very close friends. I just love this group of people.
Well, it's like Valerie said, they are our close friends, and one of my favorite things to see is just the joy on their faces. When they come to things. I mean, you can really see that they are enjoying this, and it just touches my heart, to see that.
And when you reach a certain age, sometimes you cannot travel very far. Your family doesn't want you to drive anymore. Right. And this group sort of provides what they need. I mean, we're their transportation. We all like to go places together, even if it's just to go out to lunch, if it's to go on an overnight trip. We do things that are really geared to their mobility. Some of us don't walk as good as we used to. Some of us get tired quicker than we used to. So we do little things that are geared to our age group and enjoy that fellowship and time together and eat a meal together and just simple things like that.
Sometimes Pastor Doug gets on us for taking them 2 hours to a restaurant to eat, and it's not about the food. He said, "What do y'all ride 200 miles to go to eat lunch?" But it's not about the food. It's not about the food, and it never is the best restaurant, but it's always good. But it's about the ride. It's about the ride, and we enjoy that. And those people, it's like Valerie said, they don't get out a whole lot on their own, and they get to be around their friends, and that gives them a time to fellowship that they don't get. So
and keep their independence because they still get to go places.
Right. So. And there's something to be said about when you sign yourself up to do something, right? And you have that. You decide. Yes. You decide if you're going to go or not. Mm-hmm. And I've always joked around with you guys and told you several different times. I'm not going to say the full extent of what I say. But we've said students and senior adults have a lot in common.
That's true.
They do. They have a lot in common. And, I always joke with you about, what's the difference between them. But the truth is they do have a lot in common. And it's that full circle, coming back around. And there's a lot of dependence at times on someone else.
Right.
And so I love that you guys give that opportunity to them. So what would you say to that senior adult that is a senior adult, but they look and they go, well, I'm just not part of that group. They might look at it and say, I'm a little bit too young, or they're a little bit too old, or maybe I'm too old and they're too young.
Yes.
What would you say to that senior adult that's not involved in your ministry?
We have a place for you. We have all ages. We are from 55 to whatever, okay? Some of our oldest members are now 90. We're very happy to have some 90-year-olds. And then we have some 55-year-olds that have just recently started coming to our things, and they were amazed. And it's so nice to hear that. Like, I didn't realize y'all had so much fun. We're coming back. So if you're not involved with us yet, we encourage you to. And we have we're having a great time right now. We're having a Bible study this week. Yeah. It's from 10 o'clock, from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. We have a Bible study. It's led by Pastor Leroy. We have some great worship music. We have some snacks. Everybody loves snacks. We're Baptist, remember, so we all like snacks. And that's another time of fellowship. So that's this week, and we do that twice a year in the winter, and then we have a summer Bible study. And then we go to eat on the last day. We all like to go out and have lunch together, so we're going to do that. Mm-hmm. And then once a month, we have some planned activity. So if you haven't joined us yet, you're missing out. You need to come on. We have a lot of people that don't have a partner any longer, and we're all in here together. We're all just having a great time together.
That's right.
So, don't sit at home by yourself. Come on, and you just come a few times and see how you like it.
Well, I was part of that group that said I'm not old enough, and I just encourage you to join us, like she said. And if you don't, you're missing out on a lot of fun and a lot of good fellowship, a lot of good times together.
I love watching you guys talk about what you're doing in that ministry, because you can see the joy on your face. And I love that. So I want to say thank you for joining us today. And I really do appreciate and love both of you guys personally and for what you're doing for our people. And for everyone else, thank you for listening. And I want to invite you to join us Wednesday night at 6:30 for children, student, and adult activities here at TBC. And I also remind you that we have services at 8:30 and 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. And we would love to see you here. I want to invite you to have a great rest of your week. And I hope to see you back next time for TBC 10 Minute Tuesday.